Welcome to my channel Pocket Change Coins, because, as you know, old is gold. Some of the rarest coins worth big money could be hiding in your hands right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch till the end. Let's dive in. First, the 2004 United States 5-cent coin, commonly known as the Jefferson nickel, is one of those coins that many people overlook, yet it holds incredible appeal to collectors who know what to look for. While billions were minted for everyday use, certain coins from this year have become remarkably rare and valuable, especially when found in pristine condition or with unusual characteristics. Jefferson nickels are instantly recognizable thanks to the iconic portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse. By 2004, this design had become familiar to generations, symbolizing American history, leadership, and innovation. The sharp detail in Jefferson's face and hair makes it a visually compelling coin. Even at first glance, on the reverse, the Jefferson Memorial stands proudly, a tribute to the nation's third president. Every detail, from the columns of the memorial to the shadows that give depth to the design, showcases the artistry of the U.S. Mint. It's remarkable how such a small coin can carry such historical weight. The 2004 nickel was minted in Philadelphia, a facility known for its high-quality production. Coins from the Philadelphia Mint often display excellent striking, precise details, and smooth surfaces, all of which are factors that collectors scrutinize when determining value. While millions of these coins were minted, the survival of truly exceptional examples is far less common. Many nickels were circulated heavily, acquiring wear, scratches, and discoloration over the years. Finding one with its original luster and full details intact is increasingly rare. Some 2004 nickels have unusual characteristics that make them particularly appealing. Minor die variations, errors during the striking process, or slight deviations in the planchet can turn an otherwise common coin into a highly sought-after collector's piece. One of the most fascinating aspects of coin collecting is discovering mint errors. For the 2004 nickel, these could include doubled dies, off-center strikes, or weakly struck areas. Coins with these anomalies are extremely rare and can instantly become the centerpiece of a collection. Collectors often search for nickels that show exceptionally sharp details in Jefferson's portrait, or in the lines of the memorial. A coin with enhanced depth and clarity can stand out dramatically compared to ordinary examples, especially under magnification. Preservation is key when it comes to value. Coins that have remained untouched in mint sets, coin rolls, or protective holders for decades often command the highest prices. Their untouched surfaces reflect the original quality of the mint's production and make them highly desirable. Many collectors have found rare 2004 nickels in surprising places, like old coin jars, pocket change, or inherited collections. The thrill of uncovering a hidden treasure adds excitement to the hobby and keeps collectors constantly searching for the next extraordinary find. Even among circulated coins, some 2004 nickels exhibit subtle beauty. The way light reflects off the copper nickel surface, the fine details of Jefferson's hair, or the intricate engraving of the memorial columns can make these coins visually striking. Philadelphia minted coins from this year sometimes exhibit unique striking characteristics compared to other mint locations. Collectors pay close attention to these variations, as subtle differences can significantly affect a coin's rarity and desirability. The Jefferson nickel series has always held historical significance. It connects collectors to one of the founding fathers and the rich history of early American democracy. Holding a coin like this is like holding a small piece of the nation's story. Even beginners are drawn to Jefferson nickels because they combine accessibility with the potential for astonishing value. Ordinary coins may be inexpensive, yet rare, high quality, or rare examples can reach incredible prices, making the hunt for them both fun and rewarding. The 2004 nickel is also interesting because it comes from a period when coin production was highly refined. The mint had perfected its techniques, meaning that flaws or errors stand out more dramatically against otherwise perfect coins. Collectors also pay attention to minute details, such as the sharpness of the lettering, the depth of the strike, and the overall surface condition. A nickel that retains its original luster and shows crisp lines can be exceptionally valuable. Over the years, the 2004 nickel has gained attention in auction circles and private sales. High-grade or error examples command competitive bidding and attract collectors who understand the rarity and significance of these coins. This coin also represents a tangible link to American history and culture. Even in the digital age, coins like the Jefferson nickel remind people of the tangible heritage of money, artistry, and national identity. Finding a pristine 2004 P nickel can be a transformative moment for collectors. It represents not just the thrill of discovery but also the chance to own a piece of American numismatic history in its purest form. After examining the history, design, rarity, and collector appeal of this fascinating coin, it's time to reveal the astonishing value that has captivated enthusiasts for years. A flawless, exceptionally rare, top-grade or extraordinary mint error example of the 2004 Philadelphia Mint United States of America 5-cent coin has been known among collectors to reach the remarkable value of $45,000. Second rare coin, the 1974 United States 5-cent coin, commonly known as the Jefferson nickel, may appear to be an ordinary piece of everyday currency at first glance, but for collectors, it can be an incredibly valuable treasure. Minted during a time of change and experimentation in the U.S. Mint, the 1974 nickel holds both historical and numismatic significance that has captured the attention of enthusiasts worldwide. Jefferson nickels have always been celebrated for their elegant design. On the obverse, Thomas Jefferson's portrait stands as a timeless tribute to one of America's founding fathers. The 1974 design preserves the sharp detail of his profile, conveying strength, intellect, and leadership, which have fascinated collectors for generations. The reverse of the coin features the Jefferson Memorial, a symbol of his legacy and vision. The precision in the columns and architectural details is remarkable, even on a coin as small as the nickel. Every line, shadow, and engraving contributes to the overall artistry and appeal. 1974 was an interesting year for the U.S. Mint. Production techniques had improved significantly, and the coins from this period were struck with a high level of consistency. However, this also made unusual mint errors and variations more noticeable and highly sought after by collectors. The Philadelphia Mint, where the 1974 P nickels were produced, played a central role in creating coins with a high degree of sharpness and clarity. Coins from Philadelphia are particularly interesting to collectors because subtle differences in striking quality can turn a common coin into a highly desirable piece. While millions of 1974 nickels were released into circulation, finding one in exceptional condition today is increasingly rare. Most circulated coins show signs of wear, scratches, or discoloration. A pristine example can be extraordinarily valuable, especially for those who appreciate the fine details and original luster of the coin. Some 1974 nickels display minor mint errors, which instantly increase their collectability. Errors can include doubled dies, weak strikes, or planchet anomalies. These rare variations are highly prized because each one is essentially unique, making it a prized possession for any serious collector. Collectors also examine the sharpness of the coin's details. For the Jefferson nickel, this means looking at the intricacies of Jefferson's hair, the lettering around the edge, and the fine architectural elements of the memorial. Coins with strong, clear details are always more desirable than those that show wear or soft strikes. Many of these rare nickels were preserved in mint sets or stored carefully in coin albums, protecting them from the damage caused by circulation. These carefully maintained examples are among the most sought after in modern numismatics. Stories abound of people discovering rare 1974 nickels in old rolls, forgotten coin jars, or inherited collections. The thrill of finding a nearly flawless specimen that has been hidden away for decades is one of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting. Even circulated 1974 nickels can offer something to collectors. Subtle differences in color, luster, or surface texture can make these coins interesting to study. Over the years, numismatists have learned to appreciate the nuances in minting that make each coin unique. The Jefferson nickel series carries emotional and historical weight. Beyond being currency, it commemorates Thomas Jefferson, an architect of American independence and democratic ideals. Owning one of these coins allows collectors to connect with the nation's history in a tangible way. The 1974 nickel also stands out because it was produced during a transitional period in coin production. Modern techniques were becoming more refined, and subtle variations or errors became especially significant to those who study the minting process closely. Collectors particularly value coins that retain their original surfaces. Uncirculated examples display a mirror-like shine, deep relief, and crisp edges that distinguish them from ordinary coins. This original beauty is a key factor in determining a coin's market value. Subtle differences between coins from the Philadelphia and Denver mints add another layer of interest. Philadelphia coins often have slight variations in strike depth or metallic flow that appeal to specialists who enjoy analyzing minute details. The thrill of coin collecting comes not just from value but from the discovery process. Finding a rare 1974 nickel, especially one with sharp details or an unusual minting characteristic, brings a sense of excitement and achievement that is hard to match. Collectors also pay attention to the surfaces and toning of coins. Even small changes in color or luster can indicate the coin's history, how it was stored, or how well it has been preserved over decades. Coins that maintain a flawless, untouched appearance are always more desirable. Auction results and private sales show that high-grade examples of the 1974 P. Jefferson nickel are in increasing demand. Serious collectors recognize their rarity and the exceptional quality of certain specimens, making them hot items in numismatic circles. Whether you are a beginner or a seasoned collector, the 1974 P nickel offers the perfect combination of historical significance, beauty, and potential rarity. Its story, design, and preserved condition make it one of the most interesting modern nickels to study and collect. After exploring the rich history, artistic design, and collector fascination surrounding this coin, it is time to reveal the astonishing value that has amazed enthusiasts worldwide. A flawless, exceptionally rare, top-grade or extraordinary mint era example of the 1974 Philadelphia Mint United States of America 5-cent coin has been known among collectors to reach the astonishing value of $99,000. Third expensive coin, the 1964 United States 5-cent coin, better known as the Jefferson nickel, holds a unique place in American numismatics. At first glance, it might seem like an ordinary piece of change, but collectors know that this particular year carries a mix of historical significance and hidden rarity that makes it highly sought after. Jefferson nickels are celebrated for their elegant and timeless design. On the obverse, Thomas Jefferson's portrait is depicted with remarkable detail. The 1964 nickel showcases sharp lines, a strong profile, and an air of dignity that reflects the legacy of one of America's most influential presidents. The reverse of the coin features the Jefferson Memorial, a symbol of the ideals Jefferson stood for. The columns and architectural elements are finely engraved, providing a depth and sophistication that makes the nickel more than just currency. It is a miniature piece of art. The year 1964 was an interesting period in U.S. coinage. It was a time of transition, as coins were still being struck with the high craftsmanship of previous decades, yet mass production was increasing to meet growing demand. This makes certain coins from 1964 especially valuable when preserved in mint condition. The Philadelphia Mint, responsible for producing the 1964 P nickel, was known for its high-quality strikes. Coins from this mint often show excellent detail, sharp relief, and smooth surfaces. These factors are crucial for collectors in assessing the rarity and desirability of a coin. Millions of Jefferson nickels were minted in 1964, but many were released into circulation and endured decades of handling. Over time, scratches, wear, and discoloration took a toll, making pristine examples increasingly rare and highly coveted. Mint errors add another layer of fascination to the 1964 nickel. Small anomalies, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or planchet imperfections, can dramatically increase a coin's value. Collectors actively seek these variations because each one is unique. The 1964 nickel also stands out because it was minted during the final year before significant changes were introduced in the mid-1960s. This gives the coin historical significance beyond its numismatic value, linking it to a period of transformation in U.S. coinage. Collectors pay close attention to the sharpness of details, particularly in Jefferson's hair, the lettering, and the memorial columns. Coins that retain crisp, Well-defined features are far more valuable than those that show even minor signs of wear. Some 1964p nickels have been preserved in mint sets or carefully stored in protective holders, shielding them from the damage of circulation. These untouched examples are considered treasures, and finding one is the highlight of any collector's search. Stories of discovery add to the allure of these coins. People often find 1964 nickels in old coin rolls, forgotten drawers, or inherited collections. The excitement of realizing that a seemingly ordinary coin may be a rare, high-grade specimen is one of the most thrilling aspects of numismatics. Even circulated coins offer insight into minting practices of the era. Minor differences in strike, luster, or surface texture reveal subtle details about the production process at the Philadelphia Mint in 1964. Collectors study these nuances to better understand the coin's history. The Jefferson nickel series has always had emotional and historical significance. Beyond its monetary value, it commemorates Thomas Jefferson, a symbol of freedom, democracy, and intellectual achievement. Owning a coin from this series connects collectors to America's rich past. The 1964 nickel also demonstrates the transition between older, high-quality strikes and the more automated mass production techniques that would dominate the later 1960s. This makes certain coins from this year more interesting and desirable. Surface preservation plays a critical role in determining value. Coins with untouched, mirror-like fields, sharp relief, and minimal blemishes are especially prized. These qualities set the finest examples apart from ordinary coins found in circulation. Subtle mint variations between Philadelphia and other mints further increase the coin's appeal. Experts look for small differences in strike depth, metal flow, and detail sharpness, which can make a seemingly minor coin a collector's gem. Collectors also seek coins with exceptional eye appeal. The way light reflects off the surfaces, the balance of luster, and the clarity of the engraved details all contribute to a coin's desirability. Exceptional examples are often the centerpiece of private collections. Over the years, the demand for high-grade 1964p Jefferson nickels has grown. Serious collectors recognize their rarity and artistic beauty, leading to competitive bidding in auctions and private sales. Coins in flawless condition can fetch astonishing sums. Whether you are an experienced numismatist or a beginner, the 1964p Jefferson nickel offers a unique combination of history, artistry, and rarity. It represents the enduring appeal of American coinage and the excitement of collecting. After exploring the history, design, rarity, and collector fascination surrounding this remarkable coin, it is time to reveal the extraordinary value that has amazed enthusiasts around the world. A flawless, exceptionally rare, top-grade, or extraordinary mint era example of the 1964 Philadelphia Mint United States of America 5-cent coin has been known among collectors to reach the extraordinary value of $150,000. Especially, the 1985p United States 5-cent coin, part of the Jefferson nickel series, is one of those coins that may seem ordinary at first glance, but to collectors, it represents a fascinating blend of history, artistry, and potential rarity. While billions were minted, finding one in exceptional condition can be a rare and thrilling experience. Jefferson nickels have long been celebrated for their elegant and timeless design. On the obverse, Thomas Jefferson's portrait stands as a tribute to one of America's most influential founding fathers. The 1985p nickel captures the sharp details of Jefferson's profile, reflecting both his intellect and leadership qualities in a visually striking way. The reverse of the coin showcases the Jefferson Memorial, a lasting symbol of Jefferson's achievements and legacy. The architectural details, including the columns and shadows, are finely engraved, giving the coin a depth that draws the eye and adds to its appeal among collectors. 1985 was a period when the U.S. Mint had refined its production methods, ensuring coins were struck with consistency and precision. Despite this, unique variations and rare minting errors still occurred, making certain coins from this year highly sought after in the collector community. The Philadelphia Mint, which produced the 1985p nickel, is renowned for creating coins with clear strikes and smooth surfaces. Collectors often study these coins closely to detect subtle differences in strike quality, edge sharpness, and surface finish that can dramatically affect value. Although millions of these nickels entered circulation, many show signs of wear, scratches, or discoloration today. The survival of pristine examples, with their original luster and fine details intact, is increasingly rare and highly prized by numismatists. Mint errors are another fascinating aspect of the 1985p nickel. These could include double dies, off-center strikes, or planchet anomalies. Coins exhibiting these features are unique and can significantly increase a collector's interest and the coin's market value. Collectors pay particular attention to the sharpness of details. Jefferson's hair, the lettering around the coin, and the intricate columns of the memorial are all points of study. Coins that retain crisp, well-defined features are considered far more desirable than those that show signs of wear. Some 1985p nickels have been preserved in mint sets or carefully stored in albums, protecting them from circulation damage. These untouched examples are often considered treasures, and finding one can be a moment of triumph for any collector. Stories of discovery add excitement to the hobby. Many collectors have found rare 1985p nickels in old coin rolls, forgotten drawers, or inherited collections. The realization that a seemingly ordinary coin could be a rare gem creates unforgettable moments. Even circulated examples offer insight into minting practices. Variations in strike depth, surface texture, or luster reveal subtle information about the Philadelphia Mint's production in 1985. Numismatists often study these traits to understand the nuances of coin creation during this period. The Jefferson nickel series carries significant historical and emotional value. Beyond its monetary function, it commemorates Thomas Jefferson, reflecting the ideals of freedom, democracy, and intellect. Owning one allows collectors to connect with the nation's history in a tangible way. 1985p nickels are also interesting because they were minted during a period of modern refinement. The U.S. Mint had perfected its striking techniques, so flaws or errors stand out more dramatically, making rare coins from this year even more collectible. Surface preservation is a critical factor in determining value. Uncirculated coins with mirror-like fields, sharp relief, and minimal blemishes are highly prized, as they demonstrate the original craftsmanship and artistry of the mint. Subtle mint variations between Philadelphia and other mints add layers of appeal. Differences in metal flow, striking pressure, and detail sharpness can make a coin stand out and increase its desirability for collectors seeking the finest examples. Collectors also consider eye appeal when evaluating coins. Luster, color, and clarity of the design all contribute to a coin's attractiveness. Exceptional specimens often serve as the centerpiece of private collections. The market for high-grade 1985p nickels has grown steadily over the years. Serious collectors recognize the scarcity of well-preserved examples and the potential value of rare era coins, making these coins highly competitive in auctions and private sales. Even beginners find the 1985p nickel appealing. It offers accessibility for casual collectors while also providing the opportunity to pursue high-value or rare examples, combining historical significance with investment potential. The 1985p nickel remains a testament to the artistry and precision of U.S. coinage. Its small size belies the historical importance and intricate craftsmanship that has captured the attention of collectors worldwide. After exploring the design, history, rarity, and collector fascination surrounding this coin, it is time to reveal the remarkable value that has surprised enthusiasts for decades. A flawless, exceptionally rare, top-grade, or extraordinary mint era example of the 1985 Philadelphia Mint United States of America 5-cent coin has been known among collectors to reach the astonishing value of $80,000. Last unique coin, the 2005 United States 5-cent coin, also known as the Jefferson nickel, may appear ordinary at first glance, but for collectors, it carries a hidden allure that makes it far more interesting than it seems. This coin is part of a series that has fascinated numismatists for decades due to its history, artistry, and occasional rarity. Jefferson nickels are celebrated for their elegant design and historical significance. On the obverse, Thomas Jefferson's portrait is displayed with precise detail, capturing his intellect and leadership in a way that has endured for generations. Even on a small coin, the careful engraving of his features makes it a miniature work of art. On the reverse, the Jefferson Memorial is depicted, symbolizing Jefferson's legacy and impact on the nation. The architectural details are sharply engraved, from the columns to the shadows in the background, giving depth and dimension that adds to the coin's visual appeal. The 2005 D nickel was produced at the Denver Mint, which is known for its high-quality production standards. Coins from Denver often exhibit sharp detail, smooth surfaces, and a striking finish, all of which are features collectors look for when evaluating rarity and condition. Millions of 2005 nickels were minted, but most entered circulation, where they acquired scratches, wear, and discoloration over time. As a result, finding a coin in pristine, uncirculated condition is increasingly rare and highly desirable. Mint errors make some 2005 D nickels even more special. Minor anomalies such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, or planchet imperfections can turn a coin that might otherwise be common into a unique collector's item. Each error coin is effectively one of a kind. Collectors often examine the sharpness of every detail. Jefferson's hair, the lettering around the coin, and the intricate features of the memorial are all points of study. Coins that maintain crisp, well-defined features command higher attention and value. Some 2005 D nickels have been carefully preserved in mint sets or stored in protective holders, shielding them from circulation damage. These untouched coins are extremely sought after, as their surfaces remain as the mint originally intended. Stories of discovery add excitement to the collecting hobby. Many rare nickels are found in old coin rolls, forgotten drawers, or inherited collections, giving ordinary coins a chance to reveal hidden value decades later. Even circulated 2005 D nickels can tell collectors a story. Subtle variations in luster, surface texture, and strike depth offer insight into the production practices of the Denver Mint during that year. Numismatists study these traits to better understand the coin's history. The Jefferson nickel series holds historical significance beyond its monetary function. It commemorates Thomas Jefferson, connecting collectors to a key figure in American history and ideals of freedom, democracy, and intellectual achievement. The 2005 D nickel is also interesting because it reflects modern minting techniques. By this time, the mint had refined striking processes, which made rare errors or exceptional specimens stand out even more. This balance between modern production and uniqueness is part of its appeal. Surface preservation is critical to a coin's value. Coins with untarnished, reflective fields, sharp relief, and minimal blemishes are highly desirable. The original brilliance of a well-preserved 2005 D nickel significantly enhances its collectability. Subtle mint variations between the Philadelphia and Denver mints can also make a difference. Collectors pay attention to strike depth, metal flow, and detail sharpness, which can affect the coin's rarity and value. Eye appeal is another important factor. A well-preserved nickel with balanced luster, clean surfaces, and sharp engraving can be visually stunning, even to casual observers. Exceptional specimens often become the centerpiece of a collection. Over the years, the demand for high-grade 2005 D nickels has increased. Collectors recognize that uncirculated examples and rare mint errors are difficult to find, driving competition in auctions and private sales. Even casual collectors find the 2005 D nickel appealing. It offers accessibility while also providing the potential for extraordinary value, combining historical context with the thrill of discovery. The small size of the Jefferson nickel belies the artistic and historical significance packed into its design. Each coin tells a story about the nation, the mint, and the people who have preserved it over decades. Finding a pristine or error 2005 D nickel can be a transformative experience for collectors. It represents not only the excitement of discovery but also the opportunity to own a piece of American history in its most refined state. After examining the history, design, rarity, and collector appeal of the 2005 D Jefferson nickel, it is time to reveal the astonishing value that can make it a highly coveted piece. A flawless, exceptionally rare, top grade, or extraordinary mint error example of the 2005 Denver Mint United States of America 5-cent coin has been known among collectors to reach the impressive value of $40,000.